What the hell is that? Oh, it's plugged. All right. Well, it's the same day that I pulled the engine out of the Caprice, but it's still kind of early, so I still want to get some work done. I just want to get that first video out. So this would be, I guess, part two. What we're gonna work on now is, well, actually, I cleaned the shop up a little bit. You know, just a little, just cleaned up a little. This found this heap of wiring harnesses that I've accumulated over the last few months. Like, this is a bunch of wire harnesses, and I got a bunch of stock springs I'm about to take over to Ivan. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is work on getting the engine bay completely emptied out, and I am gonna pressure wash it tonight. Just push it forward. I have a drain in my floor right there. So I'm gonna pressure wash it tonight, and then that way when I come in the morning, it should be all dry and I can work without having to track water everywhere. So I'm gonna get it down, and we'll just get in the engine bay and just start cleaning everything out of there. All right, so for the most part, everything's gonna come out of here. We're gonna get the windshield washer bottle out. The radiator shroud will come out, radiator fans will come out, AC condenser will come out. We'll pull these bars because they're red, and we'll get them cleaned up black. We'll pull this bar off, get that sprayed black, spray this black, probably paint the core support back black. Fuse box will come out. I might leave the windshield wiper motor in and just paint around it. We'll see, because it's not a super pain to get out. It's just, if I don't have to take it out, I don't want to have to. It's just 3 bolts, and then there's a nut on the inside of the cowl you have to loosen to get it out. It's not terrible. I may just pull it out since I'm going this far with it. We'll get the distribution block out. We'll get all this stuff out. We'll pull the fuel lines out. AC compressor, AC lines, all that'll come out. ABS box will come out. Well, I'll get it. We'll see. I haven't done one in a while. The last one I did was my car, and it was a pain. I actually think this one I might just leave this one, because this one's a lot smaller than in the 95 and 96s. So actually I might leave this one in. This one has a lot more clearance than the other ones will, but we'll see. If anything, I'll just paint it, make it look nice. But we'll get as much as we can out of here. And of course the harness is going to come out. If anybody needs a 94 harness, it will work on a 94 and 95. It is complete. I didn't cut anything. So it will be for sale, because I actually bought a harness for this car already and shipped it off and had a custom harness already made. All right, well, got a little bit more progress. Got everything kind of cleaned out of there. Got the harness out. Harness is right there. I got radiator, AC condenser out. Got everything pretty much out the way now. So what I'm gonna do is just push it forward. And I forgot to get the damn degreaser. So I'm going to do the best I can with what I have. Worst case, I'll just have to do it again tomorrow. I don't have any cars coming inside right now, so I can just do this again tomorrow. Or if I have time, I may try to run to Advance and grab some. I might have some in here too, some like engine stuff, and let it sit. And then that way tomorrow when I come in and pressure wash it, it'll, you know, get a lot of it out. But look good. Got pretty much everything out, and yeah, it's gonna look really, really nice once we put a fresh coat of paint on it. I mean, it's definitely gonna change the entire look of under this hood. I'm not gonna fool with the wiper motor. I'm just gonna Matt's just gonna paint it. I'm just gonna paint it black. I'm gonna hit it with black paint, clean it off, hit it with black paint, and it'll just blend into the rest of everything. They had some aftermarket gauges in there. One's for the temperature, one is for the oil pressure. We'll get that out of there. And actually, I am gonna reuse that same hole for the Dakota Digital. Oh, well, I really only need the one for the oil pressure because with this car, we can use, since we're converting it to OBD2, we can use the BIM module, which I have in the office, and the Dakota Digital will grab all the signals that it needs from the PCM. So we will use that hole though for the oil pressure sender. That's the only manual one we need to run when we're doing Dakota Digital. So got a harness for you for sale, 94 Caprice or Impala. It'll work for both. If not, I'm just gonna tuck it away, and if somebody else wants a swap, we'll send this one off, have it done, and then, you know, same thing, you know. And again, we gotta do a little modification. That harness, not a big deal. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to spraying in here. I'm gonna tape up that hole right there, get that hole plugged, so we don't make a mess on the inside. I think that's the only one. Put something over that, that'll be fine. But really just want to get a lot of this off the, you know, especially down in here, up over there, you know, just get a lot of this years and years and years and years of grit, grime, and dirt off of here. And then also once we put the new drivetrain in here, it's just really gonna pop. I mean, I gotta cut those braces anyway for the headers, so we'll cut those while it's out. We'll probably pull off these old flaps because these just look terrible. They're all torn up and not really in good condition, so we'll just pull those off of there. They do sell replacement ones. I actually have some over there that the customer who has the 5.7 car had brought me. I need to put them on his car, but they do sell some new ones. But you know, I like to be able to look in there and see the headers. I think it looks pretty cool, and there's some nice stainless steel headers. I forgot to pull the fuel lines out. Not a big deal. We can cut them. You know, not a huge deal. And then we'll see about the ABS delete. We'll just see how things go. It's not the most fun thing in the world. I didn't charge him for it, but because this is a show car, I think it will definitely clean the engine bay up a lot. So we will see. I may test fit the engine just to see the clearance, because I may, like I said, this one looks a lot smaller than the one in the 95s and 96s. So it may just be out the way and it may not cause a problem at all. So we'll see. But if we can delete it, it will definitely look better and make a huge difference. And then I think I have a Jeep shaft too that we can toss in here, get rid of that old rag joint. We'll put a Jeep shaft in it, clean that up, just make it look really nice and sleek and modern in here. So that's the plan, man. That's the plan. And then we'll get all that painted and looking real pretty. So time to pressure wash. So I got the fuel lines out, started painting under here a little bit. It didn't do much. It just came in just to kind of see how the paint was going to lay down. It's okay, but I got to come in and touch it up a little bit better. Maybe hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. Try to smooth it out and get it to lay down a little bit better, especially in the parts that you're really going to see. Come in here with the wire brush and kind of clean all this up. But yeah, I already started spraying some of this, so I'm going to just start spraying some more, basically, and kind of see how it goes and go from there. All right, well, we went a little crazy with the black paint. This frame was just really, really dirty. I try to clean it up as much as I can, but I mean, there's only so much I could do. A lot of this is going to be covered up anyway once the engine's in here. And then I'm actually going to sand this down and re-hit it again because it came on the tip was messing up on the bottle, and I got a hit down there and a couple other places I need to touch up. But I mean, this thing looks 1,000 times better than it did at first. So what I'm going to do now is I actually had to send. I had pulled the harness out because I was like, okay, once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and put the harness in and then drop the engine in, get everything ready. But I noticed on the harness, they actually did the harness for a 4L60 transmission, not a 4L80. So I could have repinned it myself. I reached out to Current Performance. Hey, man, I don't know if this mistake was made on my end or you guys. Does say 4L60 on the order form, but I know for a fact this car was going to have an 80E in it. But he said no problem, so I just mailed it off today. They're going to go ahead and switch it to the plug for 4L80, and I'm also changing the injector. So yeah, so I was saying battery died. Sent it to Current Performance. They're going to change it to a 4L80 and Multec injectors. They should get the harness within the next day or so. So I should have it back early next week. So I'm not going to put the engine in yet. I was going to put the engine in so I can get it off the lift, basically get all the stuff underneath done and all that, but not going to worry about it right now. I got the basis of the stuff that I needed to do here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on getting the engine ready. I still got to paint the valve covers, put the rear cover on. I'm going to install the torque converter, connect it, get all that done. I also need to pull the gas tank out of here. I remember me and the customer had talked about the gas tank. It's super dirty under there, so I may pull that out today, get it cleaned up, open it up, make sure it's all good, may put a new pump in it, just, make sure it'll handle what we're doing. So the original fuel lines are, if anybody needs a set of fuel lines, I didn't cut them in this car. I pulled them out complete, rolled them up. They're up there. So they're complete front to back. If you need them, reach out to me on Instagram or shoot me an email, and I'll send them to you. Another gentleman had asked about the exhaust manifold off of the original engine. Just, if you want it, just hit me up on Instagram, shoot me an email. We can work something out. And that's about it. So like I said, trying to break these videos up, little parts here and there. So I'm probably going to move it off the lift, put it here, because I got another car I need to work on and I need the lift for it. It's empty, so it's easy to move. And then we got this one, and this belongs to a good friend of mine, Marvin. Done tons of work to this car. Might be a video on this car somewhere on my channel because I've done tons of work. He's got a similar problem to the car that was on the Ruchis where it just randomly shuts off. So he took me down the block in it. We drove around. It never shut off. So I'm going to keep it for a few days, drive it around, try to replicate the problem, see if it does the same thing, and go from there. Maybe I'll make a video on that, diagnosing everything. But that's it for this video. Again, got the engine bay cleaned up as good as I can get it for what I'm working with. It doesn't have to be absolutely shiny perfect because, like I said, the engine is going to cover up a lot of that, but at least it looks 1,000 times better than it did. And I'm pretty sure the customer is going to be happy. And I think that's it, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.